to you, Pisces. You have the it's cold here in New York, so you have the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and then you have the Page of Cups for you. These three cards right here represent how y'all are in a position where um uh honestly, a lot of you basically get a chance to do a lot of the things that you didn't have a chance to do when you were younger. Um, you because you were inexperienced, right, in doing those things. You didn't really understand. A lot of people lie a lot. A lot of people lie a lot, right? They lie frequently, and you didn't understand how to navigate through dating. And so a lot of you Pisces understand it a lot better. So because you do, I just see once again a lot of you Pisces are getting a chance or an opportunity to do a lot of what you wanted to do. From what I can see, a lot of you are probably still sticking to one person at a time, but you have a plethora of people that would like to be with you. So it's not like, you know, people are not fronting anymore. There's less fronting. See, part of what used to get you caught up in the first place was the fronting, right? You got to be this, you got to be that, you got to be all of these miraculous things in order for this person to be seen with you, because these people had their ego was inflated, and so they had an inflated sense of value and everything like that, right? So you Pisces had to have been all of these miraculous things. Why they didn't have to be any of these things, because they didn't have to reach those benchmarks in life, because they were so much better than you in comparison. And so you have to be a standout. Well, that's not how it is anymore, you know? As a Pisces ascendant, I can speak to it from my own personal life. And I've talked about this before, you know, no shame in my game. I don't know how this happened, but a lot more people are very interested as of late, right? Or I should say, as of within the last 10 years, right? Being able to attract people is becoming easier and easier for me. So prior to that, it would have been a hassle. Now, not so much. And so I'm a Pisces ascendant. My rising is Pisces, right? So I'm speaking from personal experience that, again, then you have the Page of Cups, right? Which is a Pisces card and a minor arcana. Literally, it's a fish jumping out of the water, right, in a cup. So what this represents here is a lot of you Pisces are now becoming okay with the idea, or settling into the idea that you're valuable. See, y'all are just now settling into this newfound lifestyle that you have of being wanted and catered to, and people wanting to be around you and stuff like this. A lot of you Pisces, probably more often than not, probably brought a lot more to the table, but were underappreciated. People will go to great lengths to show you how much you're not appreciated. And so the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wands is about, back then you would have put up with it to a certain extent. Now, if a person tries to go hard or go, you know, go too far, to be disrespectful, to be in opposition to you, you'll probably leave them alone. You'll probably tell them to stop, have a talk with them, and not even say anything, because you have thicker skin, right? You're not going to react to everything. But knowing you Pisces would probably look at it and be like, okay, let's just see what it is that they're going to do. And then once it is that you realize that they're still on that type of time, you Pisces will leave them alone and have their head spinning trying to figure out what exactly happened, because they would have thought they got you Pisces wrapped around their finger, any of the fingers. And so it's this reorganization of reality, where it's like what was once true, or what I should say, I ain't even gonna necessarily say actually true, but what was once accepted as true, even though it may have not been true, isn't accepted as truth anymore. So what am I trying to say with that is that what was once accepted as you Pisces are not attractive, and that people don't want you, and that you're the reason why it is that people are treating you like this, the truth, mixing in the truth with the lie. Now the way that you Pisces have become, after your emotional processing, working through certain things, right? Working on yourself spiritually and mentally and physically, right? And everything else. Now you Pisces understand, yeah, they were telling the truth. The reason why is because you're too good. And they have such low self-worth in themselves, they will come up with a reason to run the relationship dry. So they will run the relationship dry between you and them, but they'll blame it on you, which is the lie, right? That they have to tell themselves, because the truth is, you probably one of the best people or the best person that they would have ever have met. Like, you got to understand that a lot of the times too, people hang around scumbags. They hang around dubious characters, right? Look up the word dubious. They hang around individuals that they know are not really up to any good a lot of the times, right? You have to choose to want to do better. That is a conscious choice. Just like choosing to hang around dubious characters is also a conscious choice. So what's going on here with that is that a lot of you Pisces understand that if they try to run that on you now, again, the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wands, it's not going to work now, because now you understand what's really going on. They would blame you and say you Pisces are the ones to blame, because the truth is you are and you're not, meaning that the value that you bring is applying pressure in a way where they either have to put up or get out of the kitchen, either handle their business or get out of the kitchen. There is no wishy-washiness. It's either the value that you bringing in, it's either they're gonna bring value, or they just gonna sit there looking stupid, being a bystander in their own relationship. And they're gonna freeze. They're gonna stand still. They're gonna be in awe of all the things that you're capable of doing, but they're gonna understand just how outclassed they are, and that they will not feel confident to offer anything, because next to you they will feel small. So the Ten of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Wands here represents. So again, so this speaks to how, like, regardless of whether if you Pisces are getting to know somebody in a relationship or single, once again, it's pressure season, and it's not going to stop being pressure season. It's not even a season. It's pressure lifestyle now. If the person does not perform, then they will be replaced with someone better, essentially. And I'm not talking about materialistically. I'm talking about a person specifically who is better suited for the job, someone who will perform, right? So, and it's okay underneath pressure, right? It's okay with pressure, who's accustomed to pressure and performing well, doing well. And so the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands represents, a lot of people are going to call you bluff. But the Ten of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, a lot of people are going to call you Pisces bluff, because they would not have been accustomed to how serious you Pisces actually are in walking away. But you Pisces will most definitely be serious. So serious, in fact, about you getting your respect. Not that you can't, like, laugh at yourself. You're not going to take yourself super seriously, but I mean, when they're taking it too far and they're disrespecting a little bit too much, they will have to calm down from all that unnecessary disrespecting and respect you. Because I just see that, for future tense, this is the future tense, and this could even be happening right now, right? What I see in the near future, right, is that as you Pisces begin to move and maneuver, things are looking up for you even more, right? So you have more leverage and more power to basically in position to do what you want. Finances are coming in real good. So what's going on is you have a lot more disposable income to pretty much do what you want. And so with that being said, right, you're not really in a position to where you're backed up into a corner, right? You've done the emotional work. There's nothing more powerful than a person who has an imagination, done the emotional work, and they got some money. you do you know what I'm saying? Done, got that, done the spiritual work, so they cleared out their emotions. They process, not even cleared out, but they process their emotions. They're doing the work. They've remade themselves from scratch. They've gotten the skills, okay, i.e. the imagination, but they've also gotten the skills and worked on themselves, and they got some money. That you that's a powerful combination. Those 3 to 4, maybe even 5 things, powerful combination. Person who has those 5 things together, they've gotten their spiritual health on point. So every time they interact with somebody, they're not like being a weight on other people, okay? Which puts them in a better mood, which makes it so that they know how to socialize better, some money. They've worked on themselves physically, so they're healthy. Let me tell you, they're active, which will help them stay in a strong mindset, as well as being productive and loving oneself and everything like that. The joy, that's person who trying to use you, they're not going for you. They're not going for you. They have to try. They have to wake up early to try something on you, right? Because what happened? The 10 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. What I'm seeing is you will have people who will try that on you, Pisces, and it's not going to work. You're going to see it for what it is immediately or soon afterwards, and they're going to try to like sink their claws or hook their claws into you, and it's not going to work, because they're going to try to get you, Pisces, to stop working out or stop meditating or stop reading, or why, you're weird. Why? Because people use name calling as a means of running game too, calling you all kinds of names. You weird, you sus, you weird, you're a weird one. Why is it that you meditate and all this stuff? But meanwhile, the person dating you. If the person don't like the fact that you meditate, and meditation usually is quiet, but the most basic form of meditation is being quiet, closing one's eyes in an Indian style position, or legs cross applesauce a position, and with their eyes closed, sitting upright or upright as they possibly can, and just deeply inhale and deeply exhaling and stuff like that, right? If it's not bothering anybody, if they don't like that, it's going to show them as being the weirdo. And guess what's going to happen? They're not going to be able to basically, sink their teeth into you, so to speak. You will essentially leave them alone, because they'll be trying to feed off of you like a vampire or a parasite, and it's not going to work. So let's clarify the 10 of Wands. You have the Page of Ariel, the Solutions, the 6 of Michael, the Star card, and then you also have the Justice card to clarify the 10 of Wands, right? So the 10 of Wands is you, Pisces, maintaining this dignity, right? Long term. It's not something short term. This is long term dignity, because you, Pisces, know y'all bring value to anyone's table. So a person better not come to the table trying that nonsense with you and trying to devalue you and make it seem like you, Pisces, don't bring value, because it's not going to even work. It's going to backfire. The Page of Ariel, the Solutions, and no matter how much they try to hide it, because you have some people who are better off at hiding it than others, But then you have the Page of Ariel, the Solutions, and the 6 of Michael, like I said, to clarify the 10 of Wands. So what these 3 cards here for you, Pisces, mean is that, so you're a lot happier. You will have this smile on your face, and you're not going to let someone convince you to stop smiling, basically, because the solutions and the Six of Michael, you have emotionally within yourself, emotionally and the mindset, you have basically made peace with yourself. So you're going to have people who are going to try to not get you to be peaceful. They want you to be internally at odds with yourself. And you Pisces are not going to allow that to happen, because that internal talk is there. Don't listen to them. You know what I mean? And so the star card and the justice for you Pisces also is about how, and with that being said, everybody's going to get their just desserts. If they come around you with that nonsense, they're going to find out really quickly, because you're going to dump them. You're going to dub them as soon as possible, or very soon. It's not, relationships and the connections are not going to last a long time being on some jealousy, parasitic, jealous and envious. They don't want you to succeed, and they try to like do things to go against you. That's not going to work for a long time. Pisces have too much internal joy, and I've talked about this before. That joy is what makes you impervious to when someone tries to make you feel not so good about yourself. People use that as a means, because you'll have people who are in relationships with you, but those same people are also competing with you. So like a person playing basketball against you, right? Like a competitor, they're talking trash to you. Oh, you Pisces is not anything. You can't dunk the ball, all this stuff. And you over here letting your game slip if you're not careful, because you letting this person get into your head. But when you don't allow this person to get into your head, you'll play fine. So that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 27,440 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Come through and get a personal reading from me. The link to that is in the comment section below, called the Linktree link. Peace.